Hey guys, so I'm going to talk about dressing your character and putting clothes and ways to do that, and some little tips that I think about when I'm doing it. So we talked about drawing people and poses and proportions and all that. So let's talk a little bit about when you're thinking about what the character is going to wear, right? So kind of the easiest thing to do is just like a shirt and shorts, where you just draw the lines or the edges of the clothes, and that's it. Now, I mean, that's easy, and it does look like they're wearing clothes, so that's fine, but it's really pretty boring. If you think about it, it doesn't really make a lot of sense for what people actually wear. So it's fine to do like a t-shirt and shorts, that's great. But if you're gonna do that, there's a few things that you can kind of add to make it look a little more realistic. For one thing, unless you're wearing like exercise bicycle clothes, the clothes don't usually go as tight as the person's body. So see how these curves stop at the edge of the person's body, right? They're the exact same size as the legs, and they're the exact same size as the arms. Well, really, if you're wearing a loose t-shirt, you don't have to erase everything, but it's going to be a little wider than the arm. See, I'm just giving a little bit wider. So now it looks like the arms are coming out of the t-shirt, right? Same thing for the shorts. If you're not wearing tight clothes, it's going to be a little wider. And then there's going to be detail on the clothing. The clothing's not just going to be solid. For shorts, there's probably going to be some pockets on the sides. And there's probably going to be some buttons in the middle. Or maybe a zipper. And there might be belt loops. And you could even draw the belt if you wanted to. So there's going to be a lot more details. There could be fabric detailing too. For example, sometimes there'll be like a stitch down the middle. So see, these shorts look a lot more realistic than they did a few minutes ago when they were just solid stuck onto the person's body. It was like he had shorts painted on him instead of actually wearing things. T-shirts often have designs on them, so like your favorite band or design. You know, this guy might he might like space, so he might have stars on his shirt. You know, t-shirts usually have patterns and designs, right? Okay, so now we can tell this guy likes space. Sometimes shirts will have styles, so like this guy, maybe his shirt has stripes on the ends of the arms, leg, and neck. So now this character, just because I gave him clothes, like he doesn't even have any features on his face or anything, but you can tell a lot more about him, his style, and what he likes because I gave his clothes details. And your characters can be all different shapes and sizes and genders, and so the clothes can kind of reflect the style of what you drew, what you made up, right? So this girl, she could be wearing a t-shirt too. You know, let's give her the same sort of basic t-shirt and shorts. Okay, but then how can we make them more interesting, more realistic? We could also do accessories. So maybe this girl is wearing a necklace. Maybe if we go and then I was adding more details, she has long hair and maybe she has barrettes. You know, the boy could have had these kind of details too. Things for his hair and accessories. So maybe we'll give her a belt. I'm going to make the belt buckle. And then the belt loops go on top of the belt. See? Give her some pockets. Maybe there's patterns on her shorts of stripes. Okay, and then what could she like? let's give her like a big lightning bolt across hers. Okay, so now we've got two characters, and they're just wearing like everyday shorts and t-shirts. Well, and of course, you know, like I was saying, accessories, they could have socks, shoes too. You know, you don't want to leave off things unless it's part of the character for them not to have it. Maybe she's not wearing socks, maybe she's just wearing cute little shoes. Okay, so let's go to this next character. So the scene can also determine what the person is wearing. Like, these are obviously modern people wearing normal clothes. Let's say this was like an ancient person. Maybe this is like an ancient soldier, a gladiator. So let's give him like, I'm going to give him a cape. And since a cape is going to go on top of his shoulders, I'm going to erase that part of his shoulder and make the fabric bumpy. It's like flowing off his shoulders. Right? And then I'm going to give him some armor. And of course the accessories he might have a sword on his belt. And it comes behind him here. You can't see it very well. And his cape comes down. Now these guys would have like these kind of cloths that went in front, and so you see, as I'm adding the clothes, I'm having to go and erase stuff that you can't see through, right? So that kind of clothing would go in front of the middle of his legs, so you can't see the middle of his legs anymore, and so I erased it. Okay, and then it's got like leather armor on his legs, and he's got those stripy sandals, like ancient Romans would have. Okay, so this character's costume, clothes, are determined by the scene that he would be in, right? If he was a gladiator, he's wearing different clothes for the time period and what he's doing. Let's say maybe this lady, she's going to a dance, so she's going to have a ball gown on, and so you can make some clothes as fun and crazy as you want. You can add as many details as you want, and so like fancy dresses are fun. Now when you're doing dresses and pants that don't stick to the person, you don't really need the outline of the legs other than knowing how wide to make something. So the dress is going to come out much further than the size of the legs, and so I've erased the legs underneath. You can't see through the dress, obviously. That would be weird. Okay, so giving her a dress. Very pretty. Then characters might be doing poses here, so the clothes that they're wearing have to work with the pose. For example, this person is bending their arm, so their arm, where it bends, is going to make wrinkles in the shirt. If the shirt's a long sleeve, which I'll make it a long sleeve here, then where the clothes are bending, there's going to be wrinkles, right? Let's make it a button-up. I'm going to put a collar, and I'm going to put the bottom of the shirt, and then buttons. Now, the direction of the buttons depends on if it's a girl shirt or a boy shirt. The companies make the buttons on different sides. So this would be the style of a girl shirt. The button, this crosses over to that side. If it was a boy shirt, it would cross over this way. And then let's maybe give some pants. And the thing about pants is they're going to be wider than the leg, unless they're tight, skinny pants. with this guy, he's turned sideways. Let's give him a long button-up shirt too. But maybe this guy's wearing layers. So I like to draw layers of clothes, like maybe he's wearing a shirt and a vest. So the vest is going on top of his shirt. And so it's covering that middle part of his shirt. So we're going to have his collar from his shirt poking out right there. And then his vest comes down. Maybe we'll give him a tie. Make him look fancy. This guy's tie, he's got his vest, and he's got his shirt. And he's wearing boy vest, so it's going to go that way. And of course you can add details and patterns. This vest has pockets. Maybe this vest has diamond patterns on it. Remember, clothes are made out of fabric, and fabrics can have all kinds of different patterns and designs on them. Maybe he's wearing kind of skinny pants, so they stick close to his leg there. Now the thing about that is that if you're wearing skinny pants, they will wrinkle up around your knees and places where you bend a lot. You can put patterns on the shoes too. Okay, I've just got a few more little people to design some clothes for here. We've already talked about lots of different styles and ways clothes work. Let's say, what if we do something puffy? So let's say this girl's wearing a really poofy skirt. So it's going to go way off her body here, and it's going to cover up anything that's not in front of it. Okay, so it's covering up all of this. And then the skirt can also have layers, so I'm kind of making this. This is all poof. This is all layers of poof here. Some wrinkles. And what kind of pattern? Maybe this skirt is made of polka dot fabric, so there's spots on it. That's fun. And let's say maybe she's wearing like kind of a tank top shirt. And the kind that has like these double sleeves. There's also fun stuff like long socks. Let me give her some long socks. She's going to be wearing like a crazy fun outfit. And her long socks are going to have diamonds. This is called Argyle, a pattern where you have diamonds with crisscrossies in them. Just going to have some Argyle socks. And then what can we do to make her shirt cute or interesting? Let's just draw something on it. Let's draw a muffin or a cupcake. Yeah. So maybe she really likes cupcakes. So she has a cupcake shirt. So see, the outfits can be crazy too. Doesn't have to be something you would normally wear. And then I've got a few sitting positions just to show that any way the character's standing, they can have, you know, be designed with clothes. Put some pants on this guy. He's wearing double sleeves. And last one. Okay, so there's a little bit about designing clothes for characters. You could look up lots of different references about clothes from different time periods and what kind of fabrics clothes are made out of. There's lots of different ideas. Okay guys, have fun. Bye. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Yes. Okay. Some shoes. Anyway.